Hi everybody and welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison and today we'll be looking at the markets. We'll be looking at a few charts as well. If you want me to look at any of the charts, I've got some stuff going on in the background. Get rid of that. Yeah, so if you want me to look at any of the charts, let me know. Just put a comment in the chat area just now. And also put a comment in the chat area just to let me know you're here, just to say hi. It'd be good to chat with you in the morning. This is the kind of best part of my day, getting to chat to you. And as ever, if you go down to that like button and crush the likes, that'd be fantastic. And I've only got one day left until the special early bird price of the premium group closes. So there's a link down below where you can sign up for a free training classes and you'll be able to kind of sign up to the premium group as well from there as well if you like what you see. There's only one day left until the early bird special. Well, 1.5 days left until the early bird special is closed. So make sure you click on that link down below as well. And it's the first link down below this video as well. Okay, I'm just going to see if we've got anybody in just now. I was a wee bit late in getting everything organised. I was looking for a suitable headline, but I've got the headline now. So I'll just see if we are live and if there's anybody in. If there's anybody watching. I don't know if there's anybody watching. I'll soon find out. Is anybody in? Yeah, there's a couple of people in just now. As I said, I was a wee bit late, so I do apologise for that. Right, okay, we'll just jump over to the chat area just now. I was going to wait on people coming in, but I'll just get started just now. Okay, we have Joe Cook is in the house. Welcome to you. Nils Bill is in the house. Welcome to you as well. I got your message there, Nils Bill as well, and I've just looked that up. I was getting mixed up with Morpheus instead of Morpheus Labs, but I'll check that out as well. Morpheus Labs for you. Cookie is in the house. Gordy Boy is back with us. Crypto Knowledge Alliance, our very own Jimbo, the brilliant admin as well. So thanks for joining us, Jimbo. And if you want to check out Jimbo's kind of channel as well, you can do. Just click on Crypto Knowledge Alliance in the chat area and you'll be able to get over to it from there. Mervyn Skidmore is in the house. Welcome to you. Marcus Chifari. Kim O'Brien is in the house as well. Good to see you, Kim. One of our brilliant admins as well. Brilliant to see you in here as well. And hopefully you're nice and chilled out. Brundle25 is in. High Plains Drifter, yes, you're live. Was there something wrong? Was there something? No, we're good, we're good. The Real Johnny is in. Jan Zek is in. Daniel LeBron Larson is in the house. Nick Evans, Lawrence Matthews, Mitch Dieter as well. We'll get to some of the comments. Mervyn Skidmore, dude, in the intro pic, it looks like a pundy holder. In the intro pic. I don't know what the intro pic is. What is the intro pic? Because it was just a video for the intro. Or did I do something? I don't know what I've done. Anyway, Brundle25, hi Steve. More to think about PundX, more to think it's the Amstrad of blockchain. Yeah, it could well be. It might be that. It might be have that kind of perception. It might have that perception. There was actually good news out about, I don't know if you've seen it, good news out about Samsung have kind of taken them out. Samsung Galaxy S10 integrates PundX's digital currency wallet. And when was that from? July, yeah, it was only yesterday. So that didn't move the price. I think it moved it 1 Satoshi actually for PundX. So I just have not a clue what's going on. Honestly, don't. Tony P is in the house. Crypto Cannabis is in the house as well. Good to see you here. Okay, we'll just go over to, I'm just going to get this set up for you so we don't have to kind of wait on that. See what's happening in the markets just now. Bitcoin is going up. 9,774, so market capitalization is up to 269 billion, nearly 270 billion. Bitcoin dominance 64.6%, just changed ever so slightly, not that much. And who's the winners and losers? We have Tezos, that has been listed on Coinbase Pro, so that jumped up by about 30%. So if you're into Tezos, that's good news for you as well. A lot of people are into that, but it's still one that nobody really talks about, Tezos. But it's been quietly creeping up all the time. If you just kind of look at that very quickly, just look at the charts, you can see there quietly creeping up, then going up again. So it's been doing well over the last 6-7 months. We have Japan content as well. GX chain has jumped up 13%. I actually recommended that yesterday. So it's just, it must have just jumped up because I was looking at it earlier on and it hadn't jumped. I'll just have a wee look. Yeah, it must have just jumped in the last hour or so. It has. As I was going to say, I looked at it earlier on and it hadn't jumped up yet because I was just checking on the calls I've made. So GX chain was high 1705. So I need to update 17050. Up 11%. So I just called that yesterday, about 10. There's a couple of others I called that weren't so good, but this has jumped up. It looks as if it's going to do well. That's good news. Sorry, just had to check that out. Nash Exchange is going up as well. Nash looks to be really good. I'm liking that more and more. Nash Exchange might be a good one to jump into as well. It's not quite a hidden gem or anything, but it's under 100 million market cap. So if we can catch the DEX, a majority of the DEX kind of shares, I think that would be really good. It could be a good 10xer from here. Zilliqa is up. XMAX, Golem, Nexo, Chainlink. Chainlink is moving up. 762. I was looking at that this morning as well. Ogre is moving up. PundiX 5.7%. Okay, who's a loser? We'll just see how many winners there are. Oh, majority. We've got about 85%. Lambda is down 11%. That had jumped yesterday. CRO is down. Bitcoin, Ren, Aurora, Zcoin, Maximind, Komodo all down as well. So there's about 15% in the red, 85% in the green. Overall, we've now got 2,397. There was 2,402 yesterday, so 5 have been delisted from CoinMarketCap for whatever reason. Tratalk is up another 161% on 2.7 million volume. Haven't heard of it, but the volume is huge, so I'm just going to check out just now. Look at that. So it was 8 Satoshi, so it's jumped 5x, jumped up 500%. Probably more than that. Jumped up about 1,000% and came back down. This is over 7 days. So markets, Hotbit, it's meant to be on. Website, what does it do? Tratalk. Blockchain technology led to add value to the travel and tourism industry. Be using travel application to make bookings for travel and tourism services, be it reserving a hotel room, booking a flight, or renting a car. Multiply. So it sounds a little like Traveller. Promotion. So yeah, it sounds like Traveller. And we've looked at Traveller before. So what is the... It's not got the market cap there yet. So it'll be interesting to see when the market cap comes back on. Dropel is up 55%. Red Fox Labs up 51% on 102,000 volume, and that's 4 million market capitalization. QDAO governance token. Never heard of QDAO either. 4.5 million. So just looking at Hacking is up 32%, 128. Don't know what Hacking is, but it's 1 million market capitalization. Big Bomb, that keeps on coming up. Big Bomb, that's only 500,000 market capitalization, but the volume is quite high on it. So it's worth looking into that. So Hacking, what is Hacking? Oh, it's way down. It's been out for a year or so. 22 million it has been. 1 million. Markets on KuCoin. Social. July the 29th, so it's updated. Dimitri. So we've got a new member of the team. Okay, and this is Big Bomb, social, it's not got a social presence, Hotbit, don't really know. Okay, so that's why we look at this, just to see if we can find hidden gems. Sometimes you can, there's lots of other ways to find hidden gems as well, but this is a good way to start and look at it as well. Okay, we'll just get rid of that. Somebody asked me to look at Morpheus Labs as well, that was Nils Bull. Morpheus Labs, 4.7 million market capitalization, has had a market capitalization of 11 million, so it's only down, it's not down by that much, and it's been out for about a year now. Markets is IDEX, is the biggest player, 60,000 volume. Social, 10 minutes, contest alert, broke the 9k resistance, 19 hours. So looking at the charts, it's looking really good actually. So it's not at an all-time low just now, but the all-time high was about 900. We're down at 236 just now, and it's jumped up by about 80 odd percent, 47% there, but from the bottom, yeah, about 80%. It's kind of jumped up. So I don't know too much about it, obviously. Just have a quick look at this, and this would be considered a hidden gem if nobody's kind of talking about it. It's under 5 million as well. So dApps, better build better dApps, scaling your ideas from prototype. So it's a platform problem statement. Selection, efficient access to resources, cloud services, smart contracts, CDIE, access management. I think that could be worth looking into. Or partners and clients. Neo is one of them. Now's that Tomo chain. So there's a lot of partners and clients there. So this could be a good one. Thanks for sharing that, Nelsbill. So I'm going to bookmark that first round. Okay, we'll just nip back to chat area. Who else is in? Mark Innes, good to see you, buddy. Hello, CYT-Crypto crew. Crypto Knowledge Alliance. Jimbo, holding Nash. I'm a fan for sure. Yeah, I like Nash. I'm liking it more and more. I know we spoke about it before, but it's looking better and better because obviously the DEXs are going to be big in 2020. Crypto Dread is in the house, 3:44 AM, but I'm listening to some knowledge. Excellent, good to see you, Crypto Dread. I appreciate your dedication, mate. Mark Paulin, Crypto Jack is in the house as well. John Nohobeer, good morning. Mana Camu is in. Daniel Wilson, Gareth Passage is in as well. Okay, time to look at some chart and time to look at crypto bubbles actually. What's happening over the last 25 hours? You can see XTZ, which is Tezos, that is up big time. So we're looking green overall over the last 24 hours. What's it like over the last hour? A wee bit different. We're looking mainly in the red just now. So as Bitcoin is kind of going up, it looks as if the alts are coming down again. Yep, so we're kind of mainly in the red there. Nothing really stands out. GXC is up obviously as well. What's down? CCCX, Clippercoin, UNetwork down as well. XMX, XMAX down. So nothing major to kind of talk about there. Okay, Bitcoin, what's happening with Bitcoin? 9,745. Okay, so we said yesterday that it looked as if around about the 9,000 area was going to be a support there, and said kind of probably the bottom, the very bottom would be about 7,600. It could go to 8,800, but 9,000 had held before, and it looked as if it was going to kind of hold again. And I said I don't think it was going to go down to 7,600, and I think in actual fact it could bounce and go up from here. It started to go up from here. You can see the last, this is on the 4-hourly chart, you can see the last couple of candles, the last 10 candles or so are kind of on the up. Again, we've not crossed over on the 4-hourly, the 7 over the 50. That's not happened yet, but it looks as if it could happen probably today if it keeps on going up the way it's going just now. But with Bitcoin, you never know, because it's so heavily manipulated as well. It could just kind of shoot down any second just now. But it's looking like it's okay at the moment. But as you know, with Bitcoin, you just have to be on your toes with it as well. So nothing much to report there either. To be honest, it's kind of gone up from 9,400 to 9,800. So it's in that, I might trade in that channel for a while, but I don't think so. I think it's going to make a move either way. Feeling is it's going to make a move to the upside as well. Okay, I guess the big news is we kind of spoke about this yesterday. Somebody had kind of mentioned this story yesterday and I hadn't seen it, but it was about JP Morgan. JP Morgan says dump US dollar as its century of global dominance is coming to an end. So we looked at this yesterday, and I do apologise, I can't remember who it was yesterday, but I kind of obviously gave a shout out yesterday as to who it was. But this is becoming kind of bigger news. A lot of people are talking about it. Ivan on Tech was talking about it this morning as well. Or was it this morning he was talking about it? Or yesterday or this morning, one of the two. So it looks as if more and more information is coming out with regards to the collapse of the US dollar. Not because of anything kind of in particular, not because of Trump, not because of anything else. I think it's just due to a lot of things. And I think it could be go in Bitcoin's favour with regards to that. China is up and coming just now. It's not up and coming, it's always been up and coming. It's still got a lot of room for growth, and I think that's going to be the dominant. It's going to really become dominant over the coming kind of decade, I think, China. And they're really going to rule a lot. And I think this is where Bitcoin could come in and take over the US dollar as a backing currency. So just now, I do business just now online. Even though I'm in the UK, most people still like to kind of pay in dollars. So I've got loads of different programs out, and they're kind of paid. You can pay for them in US dollars. So I've not got it in GBP. I've not got it in kind of any other currency. It's just US dollars. Everybody is used to online trading in US dollars or kind of buying things in US dollars if you've got online courses. Unless you're from the UK and you just buy from the UK. But if you're an international company, I've got an international kind of fan base or whatever. When I'm selling products, it's always in US dollar. And the PayPal's account is denominated in US dollars as well. In 5-10 years' time, it's not going to be the case. It's not going to be US dollars. It's probably going to be Bitcoin. Or I can't see another currency that's going to take over the US dollar, to be honest. That's why I think it's going to be Bitcoin. It's going to have to be something new altogether, something that's backed, something that's trusted as well. And why is the US dollar going down? Why is it going to be dumped as a global kind of dominant? It's because the trust is gone. The trust is gone. So before, with the US dollar, with kind of GBP, just kind of the British pound and kind of other European countries as well, their currency, it was backed by gold, called the gold standard. But when they stopped that and the Federal Reserve took over, then people started mistrusting over the last decade. A lot of people started mistrusting the Federal Reserve. Were just printing money on demand when it's not there. We shouldn't print money when we've not got the kind of money to back it up. There's nothing to back it up. It's only the government saying that US dollar is worth something. And if you don't trust the government, then the US dollar is really worth nothing. So this is where kind of Bitcoin steps in. You're only going to ever have 21 million, and you're probably not even going to have that because there's so many millions lost over the years on hard drives and kind of wallets, and just cannot access them. So there's probably a lot less than the 21 million. But there's nobody there to say, we don't trust this, because it is trustless. We can't, there's nobody there that is kind of driving kind of Bitcoin. It is us that are driving it. So we're kind of trusting ourselves here. And this is why I think the US dollar is going down. This is why there's going to be a financial collapse as well. Once that happens, and once people start realizing it, once kind of investors and people, kind of big major investors start kind of realizing this as well, then they're going to jump ship and they're going to dump the US dollar, and they're going to go into something else. They're going to dump this kind of stock markets as well. A lot of things are going to collapse, and it's not going to be good for the crypto markets at first, but then that's where you're going to see the kind of rise of Bitcoin, the rise of cryptocurrencies as well. And I think to a degree is starting to trickle in just now. So there's going to be a lot of things happening over the next couple of years, I feel, in my opinion, and the US dollar kind of being dumped is going to be one of them. So it says here in this article, this is from RT.com, the US dollar will struggle to remain the top international currency in the coming decades as the rising power of Asian economies is said to undermine its leading position. And as Wall Street Bank JP Morgan has predicted, and they've said the US dollar has been the world's dominant reserve currency for almost a century. The bank's strategist Craig Cohen wrote in a report earlier this month, however, we believe the dollar could lose its status as the world's dominant currency due to structural reasons as well as cyclical impediments. So we kind of spoke about that yesterday, and I'll put the link down below for you if you want to read this. It's just a quick read, but we can read more into it as well. So the only advice here, according to the bank, is to get rid of the US dollar overweights in investment portfolios and to diversify. So they're not saying get rid of the US dollar, they're just saying the overweights it and kind of diversify your portfolio. While some banks are dumping the dollar in favour of the euro, others prefer a more stable source of value, which is gold. And we can see gold, price of gold going up as well. So that tends to happen. When people get out of the stock market, they go into something that's more stable, which is gold. The price of gold goes up, which makes it less stable. So I think the same is going to happen for Bitcoin as well. More and more investors are going to get into kind of Bitcoin. And I'm talking about Bitcoin in particular. Other cryptocurrencies as well, but Bitcoin in particular, and that's going to drive them into other cryptocurrencies. But Bitcoin is going to be the stable. It's going to be the gold standard. So when stock markets go down, everybody's going to jump into Bitcoin and vice versa. As the looming shift has already been felt by some, the demand for precious yellow metal was at its highest in almost half a century in 2018. Russia and China are leading the gold rush, having added 60 and 7 tons respectively to their central bank holdings in May. Both Moscow and Beijing boosted their bullion reserves by more than 70 tons in the first 5 months of this year. So the trouble with gold, everybody says it's going to run out at some point. You're not going to be able to mine any gold soon as well, but there's always going to be another discovery of gold, another mine to discover for gold as well. With Bitcoin, there's not going to be. There's only ever going to be 21 million, and as I said, there's not even going to be 21 million. So that's the trouble with gold as well. There's always going to be someday another country that discovers another mine that's going to mine another 70 tons, 100 tons, 200 tons of gold. So it's not kind of finite. It's going to run out at some point, but there's always going to be another discovery at some point as well. And this is why I think gold is not going to be the standard either that everybody gets into once the stock markets go down. So it's not going to be the safe haven that it once was either. I think this is where Bitcoin comes in. And we're still at the forefront. We're still thinking this. We still think this. And a lot of other people kind of think it in the cryptocurrency world as well. But everybody outside our circle that doesn't really know about cryptocurrencies can't even conceive of that because they've not thought about it just now. But once it comes out that more and more people are getting into Bitcoin and using that as a backup plan, then that's when everybody's going to get on board, the retail investors and the big institutional investors as well, and the big investors who have got a lot of money as well. That's how I feel it's going to kind of play out over the next decade or so. And that's when you're going to see Bitcoin being $1 million. Or not, it might be 1 million yen, I don't know what it could be. Okay, that was my little kind of rant over, talking about the US dollar. I'm not down on the US or the US dollar or anything like that. I just think that's the way it's going to play out. I'm not down on it. I just think that's how things are going to happen. Crypto Knowledge Alliance, worth looking at DACX website, mate. The future of regulated crypto, STO, and fractionalized asset exchange. Early days for marketing, where the exchange is finished. I think you will like him, mate. I've looked into DAX, Jimbo, and I seen your message this morning. I just not got a chance to reply because I was doing the research before the show. Kind of looking at that and looking at the news stories for the next kind of video. So I've not had a chance to reply to that. But yeah, you can put in the group as well, in the premium group, and let people know about that. Is it trading just now? I don't think it's trading at the moment, is it? And this is what Jimbo's talking about here. Is DAX Exchange UK. I've got the website, but I can't. Yeah, DAX IO. So it's a digital asset and commodity exchange. And I don't know if they're the actual trading just now. And it's interesting, it's the same kind of place as BAB as well. White paper exchange demo. So I've got the exchange demo. Our team. So that's looking at the team. Our advisors, and we've got a couple of good advisors there as well. A couple of partners already. So we've got an exchange demo, and I'll look to the live exchange demo as well. So I need to dig more into it. But what I couldn't see was, can you buy just now, Jimbo? And maybe I've missed something there just now, but I was just looking at it very quickly. So let me know. KTV live show, the US Senate will approve XRP soon. SBI will go live today. Yes, SBI VC is going live today. So hopefully XRP is going to go up as well. I don't know if it will. Is it going to go up? And basically SBI VC is for, I've just got a link here, SBI VC. So this is here, it's for kind of Japan as well. So it could potentially onboard 3.5 million kind of investors as well. And this is using XRP So it's SBI VC trade. I don't think it's actually live yet, is it? So we'll just go back and we'll look. That's the FAQ, that's a contact, that's a currency, risk, security, and overview, registration, deposit, exchange. This is the exchange. So there's going to be over 3.5 million people exposed to XRP. So a lot of people have been waiting on this. It was going to be launched a couple of years ago, but it's finally launching today. I don't think it's actually launched fully yet, has it? I don't think so. But yeah, that's exciting news for XRP. I don't want to go on about XRP because everybody knows I'm into kind of XRP, so I don't want to kind of push it too much. Trump know that XRP will be mass adoption. Yeah, I do love XRP as well. I've been telling everybody about XRP. A lot of people don't like it, so I don't talk about it too much. But I do like XRP, and I've got a lot of XRP. SBI is live. Right, give me a link if SBI is live, because I've obviously got the wrong link, but I did have it up here looking into it, and I've not opened an account yet. Goddyboy, KTV is still paying you to show XRP. No. Goddyboy loves XRP, that's why he's saying that. Goddyboy doesn't love XRP. KTV Live show the G20 summit are over and they all know cryptos will take over. They do, because that's why they're all shit scared of it as well, and that's why they have to put things in place or regulations in place to curb it. That's really what it's for. 2020 will be an interesting year. Yeah, they said that about 2019. But yeah, we'll see. It will be an interesting year. Every year is going to be interesting in crypto. David Schwartz here. Almost missed the live stream today. Good to see you, David. Goddyboy, KTV is probably Steve's wife in the next room. 15 likes out of 39 watching. Come guys, smash the like. Yeah, smash the like. Go down to the like button and hit that like button just now. It does help the channel. The channel's not growing as quickly as I'd like, but for whatever reason, I don't know what the reason is. Maybe it's just YouTube algorithms, or maybe it's just people are just not liking the content. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't matter anyway. We're here as a community. We kind of talk every day, which is good. Natasha Sakamoto, good morning to you. Good to see you here. Bitcoin is too slow. Maybe 10 years ago, XRP will be the world currency, says B. I think so. Well, no, I think with the banks using it, I think what's going to happen is the banks are going to use it as standard. And that would be great if they did. And the reason I think they're going to use XRP rather than a bank currency, and I know a lot of people got their opinion on this, and just very quickly, is because one bank that issues one of their own currency is not going to be adopted by all the other banks as well. XRP is neutral, it's bank neutral. It's not its own bank or anything, so it's bank neutral, and this is why I think, and they've got everything in place. They've got the network, they've got the systems, and they've got XRP, they've got XCurrent, they've got other kind of products out as well. It's got everything there to start just now. It's just a matter of flipping a switch. They just integrate it, flip a switch, and then you're on. When that happens, XRP is going to explode. Doesn't matter what you think, it is going to happen, I believe. And we'll look at XRP chart just now. 3271 just now is coming back down a wee bit, because Bitcoin has gone up. 3759. So it has come up 20% from where it was, off its low. Yeah, 21% has come up. So we said it was going to break out of this kind of ascending triangle. It has broken out, but it's using that as support, hopefully. Hopefully it doesn't go back into that and come down below the 3,200 level. But yeah, I do think it's going to explode. And there's no point predicting when it's going to be. I just think it's just going to explode at some point, and it's just a matter of holding just now for me for XRP. Okay, what if Craig Wright manages to brute force open the Satoshi wallets and starts dumping BTC on the open market, assuming he don't get banged up in some Cuban jail for his bullshit? I don't think that's going to happen. If he's not been able to produce even the addresses, or kind of just to move one Satoshi, I don't think he's going to be able to kind of brute force it, even if he knows what he's doing. Barbara Taylor, this is what concerns me. If the US dollar collapses, so will the banks. So where does that leave XRP? Well, it just means they've got another system to use. So when we say the US dollar is going to collapse, it's not going to collapse as such. So what would happen is it's not going to be used as a world kind of the dominant currency. just what I was saying earlier on, in business, because I'm using kind of all over the world and I've got kind of products or people from all over the world buying my products, US dollar is the main currency that everybody kind of understands and uses. It's just not going to be the main currency that everybody kind of uses. I think it'll be another currency. And I think that eventually will be Bitcoin. So it's going to be a slow progress, but it is going to be the collapse of the US dollar. But you're still going to have the US dollar. It's not going to disappear altogether. It just means the value of it is going to go down for a short time. Then it's just going to stabilize, but it's not going to be the world dominant currency. So it's not going to disappear altogether. So I think with the likes of XRP, if that happens, so what happens with banks just now? If you transfer money, it's not just about remittances as well. It's about kind of FX as well, currency exchange. But when you've got currency exchange, what the banks do, they've got the Nostro accounts, they've got the Vostro accounts where they buy and sell kind of currencies in order to offset and hedge about what they've bought and sold. With XRP, you don't have to do that. You can do it in real time. This is the beauty of XRP. And this is why XRP is going to go up in value, because what the banks are going to do once they flip the switch is they're going to buy XRP, so they've got a store of XRP just now. So when people start using it, they're going to have that stored as well. And they're going to use it as a store of value to a degree as well. So they're not just going to use it for the sake of using it, for kind of swapping currencies or kind of remittances as well. They're going to use it as an investment vehicle as well. So a lot of the banks are just going to buy XRP and just store it and just kind of leave it there as well for investment purposes. So it's going to bring it out of the mainstream. It's just going to bring it out, so you're not going to have as much XRP. So this is what I think is going to happen. This is what I think is going to happen. It's going to happen very quickly. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 banks start using it, then another 5 banks, then another 5 banks, and it's just going to go on like that. It's going to be like kind of flipping a switch with lights all over the world, and it's just going to be these kind of lights flipping on. You're going to see it if you had a world map, and I think that's how it's going to work with XRP. Not saying it's going to happen overnight, just my thoughts as well, not financial advice. Do your own research, put your big boy pants on, big girl pants on, all that stuff as well. Crypto Knowledge Alliance, nope, not trading yet. They'll build their exchange and we're running their IEO to show off, build the product and then market it is their plan. I think that's a good plan to have as well. Chris Camus, morning everyone, I'm late today, good to see you here. Pre-registration starts in the next couple of weeks and I believe the WP is due today. So that's a working protocol, I believe. Barbara Taylor, smash the likes, thanks very much Barbara. Gordy Boy, KYT, if you bought Bitcoin at 50, then a big pat in the back for you. That'd be amazing if you did. Truth is, any government know that cryptos is coming, it's the future, whether like it or not. There's nothing you can do to stop it. They can stop other cryptocurrencies, they could stop the likes of kind of XRP, Ethereum in the track. They can't do anything with Bitcoin. They can't do anything with Bitcoin because there's nobody running the show. There's nobody running it. It's run by the people for the people as well. So they can't do it with Bitcoin. XRP and SBI launch yet. We spoke about that earlier on. It's not fully launched yet. It's not live yet. I don't believe, unless anybody's got the link for it, because I've been keeping an eye on it to see if it is live. But it's not live just yet. And I think we will see a short spike in XRP, but I just think it's going to be a catalyst for a much bigger spike. Barbara Taylor, great explanation, glad I have a big bag. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. That's how I think it's going to work, to be honest, Barbara. KTV live show, just curious, anybody in here will buy Libra coin? If they issue Libra coin, as kind of there's news out, and kind of Mark Zuckerberg has said as well, they might not even issue Libra coin. I don't know if that's a smart move or not, and I don't know if I just there's something kind of, there's not something fishy about it. There's something, it's either kind of genius move or not, because what Libra did, literally around the world, the governments around the world shit themselves literally and said, oh shit, Libra coin could be the world dominant currency. This could be the world currency if Facebook bring this out. So it might have been the plan all along that Facebook wasn't going to bring out Libra coin, but it would just give attention to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So now what's happened is the governments have been talking about Libra coin, thinking, oh holy shit, what are we going to do if Facebook bring this out? They're going to, a company is going to be able to run the world, kind of essentially. But what they've done then, they've kind of looked at Bitcoin and said, actually, Bitcoin's not that bad. And the other cryptocurrencies, they're not that bad. And they've started talking more and more about Bitcoin, which is kind of pushing the price up or kind of giving more credibility to Bitcoin the more these politicians around the world have spoken about Bitcoin, because they've seen Libra coin as so kind of evil because it was going to take over. It's not evil, obviously, even if they did, but it could be the plan all along that Mark Zuckerberg was just giving attention to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency world, and they didn't plan on doing a kind of Libra coin all along. It could be. I don't think so, but if they did, that's a genius move to get the governments looking at Bitcoin and looking at cryptocurrencies as a whole as well. Banks don't need XRP for real-time payments. They already do it with fiat. They don't. A lot of people don't understand that. You do not do a real-time payment with fiat. If you send money to me from America to Britain, obviously there's a currency transaction takes place first of all, and it's done even much more than that. If you looked at all the paperwork involved and the amount of transactions that's involved in you sending me money from your bank account in America to my bank account in the UK, on the surface of it, it looks as if it's done kind of almost straight away. Underneath, it's not. It takes so much money to send money around the world just now, with all the number of transactions, the paper transactions, the people that are involved with it, the programs that are involved with it as well. It doesn't take the second, or it doesn't take the minutes, or even the hours. If you're kind of sending it still takes hours or even a couple of days to do that. You can't do it with fiat. You cannot do it. It's impossible to do it with fiat unless you come from America. In fact, it's quicker if you're in America just now to send me money. If you're going to send me $100, it wouldn't be cheaper. But say you're going to send me $10,000, it would be cheaper and quicker for you to come from America, fly from America, come to Britain, give me the number or 10,000 US dollars, I put it into my bank account. It would be quicker for you to do that and cheaper for you to do that than what it would be just now sending $10,000 to your bank. That's the face of it just now. That's what XRP is going to eliminate. XRP is going to be real time, literally real time. Not surface real time, literal real time. It's going to take 5 seconds for you to send me $10,000, and it's going to cost about 2 cents for you to send me $10,000. And imagine if you're sending billions of dollars around the world. If you're a big, huge company, a big conglomerate company, you send billions of dollars or millions of dollars around the world every single day, how much time and money that is going to save you. That is what XRP, a lot of people still don't understand it. Unbelievable. And people kind of put it down, but they don't understand how the banking system works just now. Banks rolling out fiat real-time payments in euro right now. They're not rolling out fiat real-time payments just now. You're talking about SWIFT and that, but underneath the surface of it is not real-time. It's just, basically it's an IOU. That's what it is. And we're talking about SWIFT kind of talking and transacting in about 40 seconds. So if you were to send me £10,000 to my bank account from the kind of Europe or whatever, on the surface of it, it takes 40 seconds to do that. You go, okay, that's brilliant, but it's an IOU. That's all it is, just an IOU. All the stuff that's going to get done underneath is still going to have to get done. The paperwork, kind of digital transactions, the programming for all to do that. If there's a problem with it, they're just going to take that money straight out of your bank account again and say, sorry, there's a problem, because it's not real time. In real time, you would know there was a problem. But so that's not going to happen. And a lot of people still think that that's going to happen. It happens in real time. It doesn't. The amount of money it takes and the amount of time and effort it takes to send money is unbelievable. Vin is in the house. Good morning to you. KT Live Show, accept cryptos payments from all my customers in August. Yeah, well, I've started doing it for the program I've got. I was just testing out. So I've got coinpayments.net. You can make payments with coinpayment.net as well. And I've also got... Oh yeah, I thought that was quite cool as well. If you go to, and I'm not suggesting you do this, but if you go to, where is it? I think it's CYT-Crypto.coinpayments.com, is it? I've not got it fully set up yet. No, it's not. Coin payments. It's coinpayments.net, so I think it's CYT-Crypto we've got here. Because you can get $1, and this will be quite good for business as well. Nah, it's not coming up. Right, 1 wee second, I'm just going to log in here because I want to show you this. If you've got a business online, this is going to be really good for you as well. Log in. code. So sell. This will just take a wee second because this is going to be really good, and this is a way that we're going to get people on board with crypto, is if we start charging in crypto. So you do the formula 233 TJ. See if that works. So I'm just going to log in. You have to log in. Crypto. So this is for coinpayments.net, and I'll just show you in a second what it is. And we've got that. So I have to log in. I've got a secure kind of login and stuff like that, which is good. Okay, right, I'll show you this just now. Okay, so this is coinpayments.net, and I've got a pay by name as well. So I've got a pay by name of CYT-Crypto. I'm just going to open link in new tab. Yeah, so if I give you the link, coinpayments.net/$CYT-Crypto, you can pay in crypto of any cryptocurrency that you want. They've got Fiat, they've got Ripple, they've got crypto there. Obviously, these are kind of some of the ones I've just kind of put, but more or less it's any coin that you want. They've got kind of thousands of coins that you can pay by. So that's just if I put that link up there as well. So if I put it, and I'm not saying you pay, but I'm just saying if somebody goes to this, this is what they'll see. So you'll be able to kind of pay me in, you can pay me in US dollars, you can pay me in crypto as well. It's got DGB, Doge, EOS, etc., ETC, just all the kind of major cryptocurrencies that you can pay in. And I think they've got about 2,500 kind of cryptocurrencies that you can pay in. This is the way we're going to onboard users as well. Because if people see this and they're going to say, what is crypto? Why is he asking me to pay in crypto? But you can pay in US dollars as well, or GBP, or whatever it is, or euros, whatever it is you want. But you've got the option as well to pay, let's say 100, and we'll say LTC. That'll be 100 LTC, 100 USD. Fiat codes, USD, go. It's got the details there. So let's choose your coin. Got Ripple there as well, Ether tokens as well, and complete checkout. So it's like a checkout, a really good checkout as well. So that's quite cool as well. If you want to check that out, coinpayments.net, if you're kind of buying and selling online, or selling online as well. Do you think XRP will rise significantly before Cardano does? Kind of think it just might. Both are great. I think they're both going to rise around about the same time. Cardano's started to make a move as well. I really like Cardano as well. As I said, it's down to 616, so went down 606. But on the 4 hours still, the 70 MA is still above the 50 MA. But I think they're going to rise, and I think they're going to rise exponentially, roughly the same time. For me, Cardano, XRP, Ethereum would be, and Bitcoin would be the four that I'd be accumulating just now, as well as kind of hidden gems and putting $1,000 at a time into hidden gems when I can. But mainly out just now. I'm kind of mainly in XRP, I have to admit, just now. KTV live show. Brad Garlinghouse already met with Steve Mnuchin 6 months ago. XRP will moon soon. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that, but they've been saying that for months and been saying that for ages, as have I. I think it is going to moon soon, but it's just a case of I'm not going to try and predict when it's going to blow up. It's just going to blow up at some point, and I think if we look kind of history as well, and we shouldn't really kind of do that. I don't really advocate doing that. If we look to the last time it blew up, we've seen it was kind of coming down from 11,000 all the way down to 4,000, and then it just suddenly blew up. From 4,000, just shot up 185%, but came back down again. This time I think it's going to be different. So this is on a weekly, and if you look in the weekly chart for XRP, we can see we've got 2 green candles on a weekly, which is unusual for XRP, unless it is on its an exponential rise here. And we've got a 3rd week forming as well. We'll just get rid of this. We've got a 3rd green candle forming for the 3rd week in a row. That doesn't tend to happen a lot with XRP unless we're going to get a rise. So we can see here, if we go on the weekly, 1, 2, 3, 4 weekly candles, and that's when it went from 1,500 all the way up to 23,000. That was when it hit its peak. So we don't tend to get green candles in a row like this, although we've had them kind of there, but that's when it jumped 50%. So I think this is going to be a more sustained rise for XRP. It's not going to be almost like a pump and dump. I think it's going to be a much more sustained rise and way past our kind of all-time high of 23,000 or 24,000. Gareth Passage, I'll be first plumbing company in South Africa accepting BTC payments. Excellent. I think that's good advertising as well. If you say, and if you write to your local news company as well, and just say, I'm going to be the first plumbing company in kind of South Africa to accept Bitcoin payments, it's newsworthy as well if you're a company doing that. In next year or something, it's not going to be newsworthy because everybody's going to be doing it. But if you've got a business just now, write to your local newspaper to say you're accepting Bitcoin payments because it's newsworthy. Some guy on Facebook is selling Libra coins at $14 a coin, claiming they're an investment firm. I honestly think it's a scam, so be careful out there. Yeah, definitely. Don't do anything like that. Started my 2 restaurant businesses thanks to cryptos. I buy low and sell high. Brilliant. Nice one. Gareth, are you serious? $14 a coin? I'm glad to. I don't use Facebook. Yeah, I use Facebook. I love Facebook. It's what built up my company, using Facebook. And if you can use it the right way, then it's an amazing platform. So I'm not going to put Facebook down. I wouldn't put Facebook down. I think Donald Trump input on cryptos is free advertising. We should be happy the US government know that fact is crypto's baby. Yep, -Lee G, grew XRP everywhere I go, XRP. Are you another hater of XRP? I know I try not to talk about it too much. Not going to talk about XRP anymore. Anyway, so XRP. When 589 Scottish Bull. Yeesh, that would be amazing if it was. Gordy Boy, if Teslas can go up 30% for listing on Coinbase Pro, it's not even on Binance. Wait until Cardano goes on. Cardano's going on as well, I believe. Cardano is it's just a brilliant, but it's a slow kind of burner. Cardano, it's just going to slowly creep up, and it's going to slowly creep up, and you're going to, holy shit, when did it get to 5,000 Satoshi from 600? And I think that's how it's going to go. Be amazing how people get mad when you mention XRP. I know. A lot of people don't, so it is Marmite. Definitely is Marmite. Okay, I think that's it. We'll just look at some of the other ones. We'll look at GX Chain has gone up even more. Excellent. I can update my sheet. 1752. 1750. So it's gone up 14% since I recommended it yesterday. Just a shame about a couple of the others. Nano kind of went down. APPC went down. ONT is still up there. So the overall, the average gain for July so far, and I've not updated it all, is about 10.39%. So that's for every call I've made. The average gain is about 10.39%. So I'll need to kind of look at that and update it as well. Right, Binance is doing well. Pundi X, 40%. Yeah, because somebody's bought it at 7 and it was at 5 kind of 24 hours ago. So that's where the 40% comes in. But it looks as if it's coming back down to 5 and 6 Satoshi again. But yeah, there was that news about Pundi X as well for Samsung. In a blog post published on July 29, Pundi X revealed that it's integrated its cryptocurrency wallet solution into the Samsung's blockchain ecosystem, thus marking growing adoption of blockchain technology. So you'd think that news alone would be good for Pundi X. Apparently not. Could GXS, Blue Zale kind of show up as well, but it's come back down again. So it did go up to 524. And there's not really much else to kind of talk about there in terms of kind of numbers jumping up. Dent is down to 6 Satoshi. Mind baffled. Totally baffling. And I don't know, I think a lot of people will be put off buying Dent just now, these prices, because they think there's something wrong that I'm not seeing, and they're just not going to buy it. Where it could be there's just been a gradual drop, and more people are kind of dropping out because they think there is something wrong. But in actual fact, it could be that there's nothing wrong at all, and when it does go, everybody's going to start buying in again. But you just don't know. There's no indications that it's going to go back up again. There's no indications there. It's just going to be based on faith. If you really believe in a company and they're doing everything right, and it looks as if they are on the surface of it. So buying it at 7 Satoshi might be the best kind of way. And if it jumps up to 21, you've got 200% gain. And even then, it'll still be undervalued, I think. If everything's okay and there's nothing in the background. Jump back to chat. Isn't Cardano just vaporware? No. Well, no. They've not got a product as such. But they've got obviously kind of big plans, and it's one of the big ones that are kind of like that. But no, they're not vaporware. KT Live Show. We all know the fact is Ripple already met with IMF, World Bank, US government. They have, and that's what I'm saying. They're building the underlying network. It's like building a huge city, and they're building the base for that just now, the foundations, and they need really solid foundations. So instead of thinking about, when you're thinking about crypto, you think about, okay, this project, you think of them as a house, and they're kind of building the base up for the house, so they're building a solid foundation for the house. With XRP, it's like they're building the foundations for a big, huge city or a kind of country. That's how solid the foundations are, and this is what the network is, as the partnerships are. This is what everything they're doing just now is building that solid foundation. And then when that starts creeping up, once they've got a solid foundation that's set in place, that's when you're going to see it's just going to pop, 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 and it's just going to explode from there. And you're just going to look back and say, shit, I wish I got it 3,000 Satoshi. B, cheers Dave, safe trading today guys. I'll top up your XRP. Cheers B, good to see you mate. Why so ridiculously many coins? NPXS? I know not. TKY tanked bad. TKY, who was, I think it was Gary Permenta that was into it. TKY. $10 million. That's not that big a drop, unless it's dropped and come back up again. Denta found Medibit and managed to buy 700. Is that 7 million? 7 million. Douglas Watson for under 100 GBP. Excellent. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it there for just now. Just go back to the Bitcoin price. 9773, so it's going up, and we could see what time is 9 o'clock. So by 1 o'clock, say by 5 o'clock this evening, we could see a crossover on a 4-hourly chart for Bitcoin. So I need to wait and see what happens with that. Okay, I'm going to leave it there just now. On KuCoin looks bad. Oh, on KuCoin. Thank you, Steve. Gareth Passage, my pleasure. Okay, I'll leave it there just now. I hope you have a brilliant day, whatever you're doing. And until next time, namaste. Take care. Bye now.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.